Okay, in this video I'm going to show you really quick how to balance equations, okay? This is just going to be a 2 to 3 minute video, and I'm going to identify parts of the chemical equation. If it is a baby number, a little number like this is called the subscript. Ignore this, okay? So this would be considered a subscript as well. This is a subscript, this is a subscript. I'm going to zoom in, pause it at any time. The little numbers are subscripts. The big numbers in front of the formula. The big numbers, sometimes I call them daddy numbers, they're bigger. Those are the daddy numbers, these are the baby numbers, okay? The big numbers represent the number of atoms, and they're called coefficient. And in the second part below, part B, it's how you're counting atoms. So this is just practice on how to count atoms. So how many carbons do we have? There's a 2 right here, so we have 2 carbons. There's a 6 right here, so we have 6 hydrogens. Never are you going to add these together. Never are you going to multiply these together. The subscript only belongs to what it's next to. But on the other hand, if it's a coefficient, a big number, that applies to everything in the formula. So in this case, we have 2 Mgs and 2 oxygens. Okay, this one's a little bit more challenging. For P, you take the coefficient and multiply it with its subscript. You're multiplying. It's very important you remember that. So for P's, we have 4 times 4 gives me 16. And for oxygens, how many oxygens would we have? The 4 times the 10, and that gives me 40 oxygens. I'm just going to practice 2 of these for you. Wherever the arrow is, draw a line down. If you don't have this worksheet, you can come and grab this worksheet. This is the best worksheet to start with, just for practice. Even if you already have the answers, go ahead and try doing it again on your own. So the first step is just to write how many atoms of each atom you have. So 1p. How many O's do I have there? There's a 2, a little 2 there, so I have 2 oxygens. That 2 does not apply to anything else on this side. It's only for the oxygens. On this side, I only have 4 P's, and I have 10 O's. Okay, so now I have to balance, because according to the law of conservation of mass, it has to be equal on both sides. However many oxygens are on this side, there has to be the same number of oxygens on this side. However many numbers of phosphorus on this side has to be the same on this side as well. So don't start adding letters just to add. Don't be like, okay, 4 P's, I'm going to add 4 P's there. Do not start there. Yes, we will get there, but that's not where you start. Before you can start writing down letters, you have to put a big number, a coefficient, first. So I need more P's on this side. There's 4 here, so I'm going to put a 4 here. By putting a 4 there, it does not mean add 4. That's not what that means, okay? By putting a 4 there, it means you have 4 P's total. That's it. 4 P's total. It doesn't transfer over to the oxygens or anything. It's just for the P's. So now our P's are even. 4 P's here, 4 P's here. The next one, I need more oxygens over here. So what number can go here times 2? If you have a subscript, you're going to have to multiply the coefficient and the subscript. That's the rule. Okay, what number can you put here? This times 2 is going to give me 10, because there's 10 oxygens on this side. I need 10 oxygens on this side. You would put 5. 5 times 2 gives me 10. Okay, and at this point you can see that it's equal on both sides. 4 atoms of phosphorus, 10 atoms of oxygen. This is the law of conservation of mass. That's what it means. It's the same amount of molecules on each side.